Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A very good morning to my supervisor, Madam Rosnani binti Nazri, lecturers and fellow friends. First of all, I would like to thank you everyone for giving me this opportunity to present my final year project. My name is Katina Sofina binti Syukur, a final year student from the Bachelor of Science Sustainable Marine Technology, University UiTM Arau. Today, I would like to present my research title, Growth Performance and Water Quality Monitoring of Pangasius Species, Pangasianodon Hypothemus, Culture in an Integrated RAS Aquarium System. Without further ado, let me begin with my presentation. Before I begin, let me briefly outline today's presentation. First, I will introduce the background of this study, followed by a problem statement, research question, objective, significance of study, literature review, methodology, result discussion, conclusion and recommendation. For introduction, aquaculture has become one of the fastest growing food production sectors and plays an important role in meeting the increasing global demand for fish. However, maintaining good water quality remains a major challenge that directly affects fish growth, survival and overall production. An integrated recirculating aquaculture system combined with an aquaponic unit using aquarium provide a sustainable approach by improving water quality through nutrient recycling while supporting fish culture. Moving on the problem statement, poor water quality in conventional aquaculture system can reduce fish growth performance and increase mortality. Although recirculating aquaculture systems have been widely introduced to improve water quality, information on the integration of RAS with aquarium iron in supporting the growth and survival of Pangasianodon hypothemus remains limited. Therefore, this study was conducted to evaluate the effectiveness of the integrated RAS aquaponic system. Based on the problem statement, 3 research questions were developed. First, what is the growth performance of Pangasianodon hypothemus culture in an integrated RAS aquaponic system? Second, what are the survival and mortality rates of Pangasianodon hypothemus culture in an integrated RAS aquaponic system? Lastly, how do water quality parameters influence the growth and survival of Pangasianodon hypothemus culture in an integrated RAS aquaponic system? 3 objectives were established. First, to determine the growth performance of Pangasianodon hypothemus culture in an integrated RAS aquaponic system. Second, to identify the survival and mortality rates of Pangasianodon hypothemus. Lastly, to determine the influence of water quality parameters on the growth and survival of Pangasianodon hypothemus. Next, significance of study. This study provides information on the application of an integrated RAS aquaponic system for sustainable freshwater aquaculture. The findings may contribute to improving water quality management, enhancing fish growth and survival, and serving as a useful reference for future study on integrated aquaculture system. For literature review, according to Biodiola 2012, a recirculating aquaculture system continuously reuse culture water through mechanical and biological filtration. This system helps maintain stable water quality, reduce water consumption, and provide better biosecurity compared with conventional aquaculture system. Meanwhile, for aquaponic system, Yap and Zhang explained that aquaponic integrated aquaculture with hydroponic where nutrient products from fish waste are produced by plants. This natural nutrient recycling process improves water quality while supporting sustainable aquaculture production. Meanwhile, according to Rahman and Saka 2021, the SNT roof system of aquarium effectively absorbs nitrogenous compounds and dissolve nutrients, thereby improving water quality. Lastly, Pangasianodon hypothemus. Pangasianodon hypothemus is an economically important freshwater species due to its rapid growth, adaptability, and tolerance to intensive culture system, making it suitable for integrated RAS aquaponic culture by Hawk 2021. Now, I will explain the methodology of this study. This study consisted of 5 main stages. The first stage was system preparation, where the RAS and aquaponic system were established, cleaned, and tested before fish stocking. The second stage was fish stocking, where healthy juvenile Pangasianodon hypothemus were introduced into the culture tanks. The third stage involved fish feeding, in which the fish were fed conventional pellet twice daily throughout the 13-week experimental period. The fourth stage was monitoring and data collection. Fish length and body weight were measured weekly, while water quality parameters including temperature, pH, ammonia, nitrate, and phosphate were monitored regularly. So the lastly is data analysis using Microsoft Excel and SPSS. One way ANOVA was used to determine significant difference among sampling weeks, followed by the Tukey HSD test for multiple comparison. Correlation analysis was also performed to evaluate the relationship between the fish length and the body weight. Now continue for result and discussion. So as you can see, this graph weekly mean length, standard error of Pangasius hypothesis. So the fish show a continuous increase in body length from 18.0 standard error 0.274 cm in week 1 to 26.5 standard error 0.74 cm in week 13. Although a slight decrease was observed in week 6 and 7, the fish recovered from week 8 onward and continued growing until the end of the experiment. This fluctuation was most likely caused by random sampling variation as different fish were measured each week rather than repeatedly measuring the same individual. To determine whether the difference in fish length was statistically significant, a one-way ANOVA was conducted. So the analysis showed a significant difference among sampling weeks with an F value of 105.407 and P 0.001, indicating that fish length increased significantly throughout the experiment. The Tukey HSD analysis produced 7 homogeneous subsets, showing that the later weeks had significantly greater body length than the earlier weeks. This confirmed that the fish growth occurred progressively throughout the culture period. So the finding, consistent with Adriani 2019 and Negaswari 2022, was reported. Continuous growth of Pangasius hypothesis under variable culture in condition. After discuss for fish length, I will present about the fish body weight. So as you can see, based on the graph, the mean body weight increased continually from 89.0 standard error 2.739 gram in week 1 to 275.0 standard error 2.739 gram in week 13. Similar to body length, slightly reduction was observed during week 7 before increasing steadily until week 13. Overall, they indicate successfully biomass accumulation throughout the experiment. A one-way ANOVA, as you can see, show the highly significant difference among sampling weeks with an F value of C43.008 and P0.001. Therefore, fish body weight increased significantly throughout the experimental period. The Tukey HSD test produced 9 homogeneous subsets, indicating a gradual increase in body weight from the early week to the later weeks. The greatest difference were observed between the beginning and the end of the culture period. So the finding agrees with Adam 2023, were reported continuously body weight gain of Pangasius hypothesis were captured under favorable environmental conditions with stable water quality. Next, I will present the relationship between fish body length and body weight. Correlation between body length and body weight, as you can see based on the scatter plot, there was a strong positive correlation between the two parameters. As the fish length increased, the body weight also increased proportionally. The reduction analysis produced an R2 value of 0.918, indicating that 9.18% of the variation in the body weight was explained by the body length. This strong relationship indicates that the fish experience balance and help grow through the culture period. So the finding Negaswari 2032 was reported that the fish culture under sustainable environmental conditions exhibit a strong positive relationship between body length and body weight. For survival rate, based on the result, indicating that the culture environment successfully support fish health and survival. So the stable water quality, efficient the biological filtration and continuous nutrient recycling reduce environmental stress and contribute to the high survival rate observed in this study. So the finding agrees with Adam 2023, who report that the maintaining stable water quality in RAS improve fish survival and overall production perform. Meanwhile, for mortality rate was low, indicating that only small number of fish died during the experiment. So the low mortality suggests the fish adapt well to the integrated RAS aquaponic system, stable water quality, continuous water recirculation and efficient biological filtration help minimize environmental stress and provide sustainable conditions for fish health. So the finding Adam 2023 who reported that maintaining stable water quality in RAS can reduce fish mortality and improve overall culture performance. Next, for pH, based on the graph, pH was slightly lower during the first week 2 weeks before increasing the remaining stable from week 3 until week 13. Overall, the pH remained within a suitable range for freshwater fish culture, indicating that the integrated RAS aquaponic system successfully maintained a balanced aquatic environment. For the ANOVA, the analysis show a significant difference among sampling weeks with an F value of 8.167 and P0.001, indicating that the pH changed significantly throughout the experiment. The two key HSD tests produced two homogeneous substances, week 1 and week 2 from the first substance with a mean pH of 6.8, while week 3 to 13 from the second substance with a mean pH of 0.5. This indicates that after the initial adjustment period, the pH stable and remain consistent until the end of the study. So the stable pH successfully maintained favorable water condition for the fish growth. So the finding agree with Boyne Tucker 1998 who start the stable pH support, fish metabolism, biological filtration and overall fish health. Next, for ammonia, based on the graph, really low throughout the experiment, although slight fluctuation were observed between sample weeks. The highest ammonia concentration was recorded during week 1, while lower concentration were observed in the following weeks. Overall, the graph indicates that ammonia was effectively controlled by the integrated RAS aquaponic system. A one-way ANOVA was performed to determine whether ammonia concentration differently significant among the sampling weeks. So the result significant different with an F value 39.911 and P0.001. The two key HSD tests produced three homogeneous substances. Most sampling weeks were grouped in the first substance with the lowest ammonia concentration of 0.3. Several weeks from the second substance with 0.4, while the week 1 record the highest ammonia concentration and form a separate substance. So although the ANOVA indicate different among weeks, the ammonia concentration remained relatively low throughout the study. So finding with Yet and Zen 2039 who reported that aquaponic plant improve water quality by absorbing nitrogen compound and seeing nutrient recycling. Next, I will present the nitrate concentration. So based on the graph, remain very low throughout the experiment with one slight fluctuation among the sampling weeks. For weeks required 0.0, while a small increase was observed in a few sample weeks. So overall, the low nitrite concentration indicate the nitrate process filtration effectively in the integrated RAS aquaponic system. So to determine the nitrate, one-way ANOVA, based on the result, F value was 8.654 and the P0.001. The 2K HSD analysis produced two homogeneous substances. Most sampling weeks were grouped in the first substance with the lowest nitrite concentration, while week 4 record the highest concentration and form a separate substance. Although significant differences were detected statistically, the nitrate concentration remained low throughout the experiment, indicating that the biological filter effectively converted nitrate into nitrate into nitrate. So by the finding by Dola 2012, report that efficient biofiltration system is essential to prevent nitrate accumulation and maintain good water quality in RAS. Meanwhile, for nitrate, based on the graph, gradually increased from the early weeks before reaching higher value during the middle and later stage of the experiment. This trend is expected because nitrate is the final product of the nitrification process. So nitrate remained within an acceptable range throughout the culture period. So based on the ANOVA result, show that significant difference with F value 9.205 and P0.001. The two key HSD evaluate that produced two homogeneous substances. Week 1 to week 3 recorded the highest phosphate concentration, while week 4 and week 13 form the second substance, while the lower and more stable phosphate concentration. So, this finding indicate that the phosphate concentration decreased after the initial culture period and remains stable thereafter. So, suggesting after the apiarian arum continually observe phosphorus for plant growth and prevent nutrient accumulation. For phosphate, as you can see based on the graph, higher during the early weeks before decreasing and remaining stable throughout the rest of the experiment. This indicates that the phosphorus was effectively utilized within the integrated RAS aquaponic system. So, based on the ANOVA result, show that significant difference with F value 9.205 and P 0.001. The 2K HSD evaluate that produced two homogeneous substances. Week 1 to week 3 recorded the highest phosphate concentration, while week 4 and week 13 formed the second substance, while the lower and more stable phosphate concentration. So, this finding indicate that the phosphate concentration decreased after the initial culture period and remains stable thereafter. So, suggesting after the apiarian arum continually observe phosphorus for plant growth and prevent nutrient accumulation. So next I include for graph weekly mean stem length standard area for apiarian arum, as you can see. For next graph weekly mean leaf length standard area of apiarian arum, show at this slide. So from conclusion, this study demonstrates that Pangasius northern hypothemus can be successfully cultured in an integrated RAS with an aquaponic unit using apiarian arum. The fish exhibited positive growth performance within a high survival rate throughout 13 weeks culture period. Water quality parameter remain within acceptable range, indicating that the integrated system effectively maintain a stable culture environment. In addition, apiarian arum show continuous growth, suggesting its potential role in nutrient uptake and supporting water quality improvement. Overall, the integrated RAS aquaponic system proved to be an effective and sustainable approach for freshwater fish culture. So, hence for recommendation, first extend the culture period to evaluate long-term fish growth and system perform. Next, increase the sample size and number of culture tanks to improve the reliability of the result. So lastly, evaluate different aquaponic plant species to compare their effectiveness in nutrient removal and water quality improvement. So that's all for me. Thank you so much for spending your time to hear my FYP presentation.